It all began with a crime, a violation beneath a modern house in southern Turkey. Looters, chasing rumors of treasure, smashed through a basement floor and tunneled into the earth. What they found was far more valuable than gold, a sealed passage, untouched for nearly 3,000 years. Authorities and archaeologists rushed to the scene, hearts pounding with anticipation. The looters had left a scar, but also a doorway into the past. Descending into the darkness, the team discovered not a tomb, but a tunnel carved from bedrock. The air was thick with history, the walls rough-hewn and marked by ancient tools. This was no natural cave, but a deliberate, monumental human creation. The passage was narrow, its ceiling low, every stone telling a story of labor and purpose. The real treasure was the tunnel itself. As the team ventured deeper, their lights revealed something extraordinary. The tunnel's walls were alive with carvings, divine figures emerging from the stone, a silent procession of gods etched into the rock, marching into the depths. This was no ordinary corridor. It was a sacred gallery, a ritual road. The looters had missed the true significance of their find. They had uncovered a direct link to the beliefs and art of the Neo-Assyrian Empire. Imagine that first glimpse, the scent of ancient earth, the marks of chisels, the presence of the divine. This was a moment of pure discovery, a violent door forced open to a lost world. Every uneven surface whispered of the hands that shaped it, quarrying a path through time. The tunnel was not empty. It was a gallery of gods, a sacred space for rituals lost to history. The looters sought riches, but what they found was a window into the soul of an empire. And so, a forgotten world was unveiled, its secrets waiting to be told. Entering this sanctuary is like stepping into a divine ceremony, frozen in stone. The walls are lined with gods, each figure carefully placed, each detail deliberate. The artists worked by flickering lamplight, their chisels echoing in the darkness. This was more than decoration. It was an act of devotion, a way to bring the heavens to earth. The carvings form a continuous narrative, a procession of power and belief. Horned helmets, celestial symbols, and sacred animals reveal each god's identity. This visual language was understood by all, from priests to farmers. The gods are not static, they move together, leading the faithful deeper into the tunnel. The sense of movement suggests ritual, a journey, a story unfolding in stone. Perhaps torchlight once made these figures dance, transforming the tunnel into a living experience. This was art as worship, a performance of faith. The procession is a united front of cosmic power, a reminder of the divine order. For the ancient people, religion was alive as spectacle, not just a text. Here we are given a front-row seat to a sacred drama. The tunnel becomes a stage, and the gods its eternal actors. Let's meet the gods themselves. First, Hadad, the storm god bringer of rain and destruction, his power essential to life and feared in its fury. Next, the celestial trio Sin, the moon god, marking time and guiding the night. Samas, the sun god and judge, symbol of truth and justice. Their presence speaks to a universe governed by cosmic order. Then, Atargatis, a goddess of fertility and protection, blending Syrian and Anatolian traditions. Her inclusion reveals respect for local beliefs, a fusion of cultures within the imperial pantheon. These are not just symbols, they are characters in a grand drama, each with their own mythology and influence. For those who carved and worshipped them, these gods were real, capable of anger, compassion, and generosity. Passing these carvings was an act of reverence, a reminder of the forces shaping every aspect of life. The tunnel offered a rare chance to come face to face with the divine. Each figure was a guardian, a presence in the cool, dark earth. The gods watched over the people, their images a source of comfort and awe. This was a sacred encounter, a moment of connection between mortals and the divine. The tunnel's carvings brought the gods into the world of the living. Here, faith was carved in stone, enduring through the ages. What makes this tunnel remarkable is the cultural dialogue on its walls. The style is unmistakably Neo-Assyrian. Formal postures, detailed beards, imperial symbols. But look closer. Local traditions seep through in hairstyles, ritual objects, and the presence of deities like Atargatis. The artists were likely local craftsmen, blending their heritage with imperial style. This fusion tells a story of empire, not erasure, but integration. The Assyrians didn't just impose their gods, they welcomed local ones, creating a shared sacred space. This was soft power in action, making imperial rule more acceptable. The tunnel reflects the region's history as a crossroads of cultures: Hittite, Aramaean, and Assyrian. The art is not a monologue, but a conversation, a living synthesis of traditions. By incorporating local elements, the empire fostered a sense of shared identity. The tunnel stands as a testament to cultural exchange, even under imperial rule. It's a microcosm of Iron Age Anatolia, where cultures met and mingled. The carvings capture the dynamic reality of life on the frontier. History here is not imposed, but negotiated and shared. The tunnel is proof that even empires listen as well as speak. One of the most striking features of this tunnel is its incompleteness. Deeper inside, finished carvings give way to rough sketches, gods outlined but never realized. Then the walls go blank, the project abandoned mid-creation. Why? Perhaps political upheaval, a shift in power, or a sudden crisis halted the work. Maybe funding ran out, or priorities changed as the empire faced new threats. The unfinished state offers a rare glimpse into the process of ancient art. It's a story without an ending, a silent witness to a moment of crisis or change. The gods, frozen mid-process, remind us how fragile even the grandest ambitions can be. This tunnel challenges the old image of the Neo-Assyrian Empire as only brutal conquerors. Here we see a different strategy: soft power, religious dialogue, and cultural integration. By including local deities, the Assyrians built a shared sacred landscape. This was political persuasion, not just domination. The tunnel's location on the frontier made such strategies essential. Military might alone couldn't ensure loyalty. Shared identity did. The monument gave local elites prestige and a stake in the empire. It's a powerful example of pragmatic, flexible imperial policy. Religion became a tool for unity, not just control. The tunnel is propaganda, but of inclusion, not erasure. Imagine the 8th century city above this tunnel, a bustling frontier town, alive with diverse cultures. During a festival, the Assyrian governor and local elites descend into the torchlit tunnel. The gods of both empire and region look on, their images animated by flickering light. For local leaders, seeing their own goddess honored alongside imperial gods was powerful. It signaled partnership, not erasure, a validation of their identity within the empire. The tunnel was a space for political theater, religious communion, and cultural negotiation. Here, empire became tangible, and ancient hopes and fears echoed in stone. The tunnel connects us to these people, their rituals, and their complex world. This tunnel is more than a discovery, it's a paradigm shift. It reveals an Assyrian empire that ruled by persuasion as well as power. The carvings offer a counterpoint to the old narrative of relentless conquest. Here we see diplomacy, cultural sensitivity, and integration at work. The unfinished gods remind us of history's fragility, grand plans cut short by crisis. This passage connects modern Turkey to an ancient world, collapsing 3,000 years. It's a reminder that history is always just beneath the surface, waiting to be found. And as we study these walls, the story of the past continues to be rewritten, one carved god at a time.